Okay, I'm sure that you all have some friction shocks lying around from your old RC or a newly bought RC or a budget RC. Now I'm going to teach you how to make this RC shocks or friction shocks into as good as an oil shocks. Let's get into it. So never throw away your old friction shocks because these are quite not that worthless as they seem, because obviously your RC cars are going to bounce around with this kind of shocks. There is so much play in them, but I have gone ahead and made these two shocks into oil kind of shocks. So what the things all you would need is you would need an all-purpose grease. This costs around $5, $10 where I live. You can get any kind of all-purpose grease and one needle or any sort of a plier tool, one screwdriver or an hex tool, and one Q-tip. Now I'll show you why. So go ahead and take any one of your friction shocks. I have prepared 2 shocks of mine already, so I have left 2 more. This came with my SCY as standard. So I made my SCY, as you know, into a Pro one and then into an FPV one. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your friction shocks that are as is, pull back the springs. There's a small cup over here. You pry that cup through the suspensions or the struts, as you can say. So it takes a bit of a doing, but once it is out, it is out. You pry it out from this particular part. As you can see, there's a hole, there's a gap, and the springs will come off. Now in many of the friction shocks there would be a kind of a jimmy, or I would say one solid bar of steel, or I would say a strut again. And just take a needle, and if you don't have any fancy tools for it, just take a needle and just press it against the shock. If it is not coming out, hold it a bit in the air and push it down. Don't lose these ones because these are very small guys. So yeah, but this is very important. It holds the whole body together. Now as soon as it comes off, it is kind of an free motion. This is what the screws hold on to the shock bars, or you would say the shock towers. So this screws into your shock tower, so don't lose this also. So keep it aside. Now you can see the whole movement of the friction shock. So it's nothing but just a positive screw inside it, and it just moves around. So what you're going to do next is you take a bit of your all-purpose grease, take a Q-tip. This is already used because I have done 2 shocks prior to this video, and just take a bit squeeze. This much is enough. You just slide it over and just shove it down into the shock hole, the hole over here. So just scoop it and press it down. 2 scoops would be fine enough. I would show you the length. Depends upon how long is your shock or the strut inside your friction shock, and just take this much. 2 scoops are more than enough. You don't want to overflow it because then you would be left with a messy grease in your hand. This is also going to ooze out. You would shortly see how it oozes out. Now just shove it down, like push it down to the bottom. You would see it is a bit coming up, as you can see. I don't know if the camera can do justice, but it would come out. It is still not that high that I wish it should be at. So I will take a bit more. Yeah, this much is enough. Yeah, and shove it down like this. See? Now push it down and try to slice it inwards. Now you would see the place where the steel slob, or I would say the steel rod that came out from the connecting rod, it oozes out from there too. So yeah, that's it. This is almost that you want, and that's high enough. As you can see, that's too much high. I did a bit more, but that's fine because I'm not going to use it daily because I have oil shocks on mine. So okay, so that's done. Now what you have to do is take the connecting thing, this and just try to align this particular hole. You can see this particular hole to this hole from which the connecting rod came from, this particular hole. So yeah, it just lines up accordingly and it would just smoothly go in. That's it. You see a bit of grease came out of it, a bit more from the other side. So now what you do is just take as it is the connecting rod and push it down the same hole, and you would see the other side vomiting it out. So yeah, no worries, just swipe it. So yeah, be careful if you are allergic to some sort of greases or some sort of oils. Now this is the pretension, or an pretension, I would say, plastic ring. So just put it earlier if you want it. If you don't want it, that is also fine, but I keep it as is. So yeah, it's in. Now just reverse the whole process that you went in for taking it out. So I put it preload first, then the spring upon it. Now hold back the spring. It would take a bit of doing because now your hands are greasy, and then push this particular hole or the gap to the strut rods. So yeah, my hands are greasy now, so I'm finding it a bit difficult, but yeah, it takes a bit doing, and yes, it's inside. Now put it down as wherever you want and just let go of the spring. You have successfully completed making your friction shocks much better than what they were when they were shipped to you. So now it doesn't jump around your vehicle. So this is quick, easy fix. Go ahead and do it for all four of your suspensions. This is an extra one, so I'm not going to do the fourth one for you, but this three I have already done. So what I do is I keep this on standby with me at all times. So why? Because sometimes oil suspension can fail. So if you are in an event or if you are in your session, you don't want your session to run out just after a few minutes getting into it. So just swap it out, and it would make a bit of a difference because your car would be sitting a bit like, I would say, this would be taking a much more load softly. So it would be sitting a bit like this, a bit more like this. Yeah, but that's fine. Not that too fine, but yeah, it would be a bit off balance, but you can use it. Your sessions won't end pretty abruptly. And then when you come back home or when you come back to your workstation, you can make all four of this and you can keep it at your disposal whenever you go out for your sessions, and swap all the fours together, and you can go bashing, or you can go FPV sessions, or you can just go roam about in your FPV car. So yeah, that's it. That's how you change your friction shocks into grease shocks, I would say, or grease shocks. This is a bit of a tongue twister for me. It is grease shocks, not oil shocks, but grease shocks. So yeah, have fun. Don't throw away your friction shocks as is. Cheers, subscribe, like, and share.
I went too crazy. Better take that knee and kiss my ring, cause I be royalty. Everywhere I go, my scene, and they be hating. That's such a lame thing. Yeah, y'all be lame teams. I could never ever go outside like that. Yeah, my people got my back.